Okay, prior to the boot camp, you were already a stellar student in high school. What year are you in?
Um, I'm gonna be a sophomore next year.
So you've already been doing well in high school. What types of things have you given more thought to as a result of the boot camp?
Well, I have sisters that have previously applied for colleges, and I know how hard it is to get into the Ivy Leagues. I know they're really, really smart, and it was still very hard for them to get into Ivy Leagues. So I know that it's not just the academics, and this camp helped me realize that I really need to develop my other skills more that help show my work ethic, and so that was important for realizing that. Um, I, as I was going back through my resume, I was realizing, and looking at other sample resumes as well, I was realizing how much more I had to do in order to become a successful high school student, and how I had to develop my skills and become really good at what I do. And as I was going through the resumes, it just became clear to me that there's some things that I really needed to work on and add to my resume so that I become successful. So if I didn't have this boot camp, I wouldn't really have that encouragement to and reminder that I have to do much more than I think I have to do. I might have just been a really good academic student, but I wouldn't have refined my skills and talents as much as I wanted to do. And there's many things that I learned in this boot camp that really would help me to advance in my high school career, and if I didn't have it, it would probably be much harder for me to get into the top colleges that I want to.
What type of leadership roles have you identified that you want to assume?
I figured out by looking at different samples and reading articles that some of the leadership, well, I already have some leadership roles, but I want to expand them and make them higher. For example, I'm vice president in some clubs. I would like to make those president now. I also would like to be in officer positions in stuff like the class office and NHS, which I'll be joining next year. And this camp helped me realize how important leadership roles are and how important it is to get yourself engaged in your community and take on that leadership role to show others your responsibility.
So, talk to us about the experience of you came to the camp to volunteer, and then the first day you went from volunteering to being a student in the camp.
Yes.
So, talk to us about what that has meant for you to actually work through the same work that all the other students have.
It's really been eye-opening for me. I would say that if I just volunteered and didn't engage in the content, there would be a lot of stuff that I'd missed out on. There's a lot of activities that help us with planning out our careers and our college experiences and our high school experiences, and that only comes through taking the boot camp course, because that is essential to learning more about these types of things.
So, talk about a little bit about the online experience. What has been your experience in the online curriculum?
I love the online environment. I've taken many classes online, and I find that the online environment is kind of better because you can take it more at your own pace. You can go home and do it. And I like the online environment because you can really look at what's specific to you. It's not a teacher giving general instructions. If there's an article that you want to pursue, you can go after it and go more in depth, and that can really help you more than if the teacher was to say something general for everybody. So, but now after this boot camp, going into 10th grade, I really know now that I need to really expand my abilities, refine them, and learn new things.
So, is there any advice that you would give to a student who is trying to decide, should I waste 5 days of the summer to be in this boot camp when I could be outside having fun?
Oh yeah. If you're really thinking about taking a trip somewhere and you're wondering if you should really take this camp, oh, it's just another camp or something, it's really not. It really opens your eyes to the possibilities that you have, and it shows you that your mind is so small compared to what the world full of knowledge is. There's so many things you can learn from this camp, no matter what background you come from. and you're really going to have a fun time learning more about college and high school and what you can do to improve your life to become successful in the future.
So tell us a little bit about what you learned from the researching summer programs activity.
Yeah, so the course that we had, they provided a nice little link with a bunch of resources, including different research opportunities. And I was really interested in these things because in research you can learn so many things, and it gives you like a little foundation for the future. There's things like the MITES program from MIT that you can apply to as a junior that I'm really interested in my 10th grade or 11th grade year. But for now, I'm looking at some software or artificial intelligence research programs. There's a lot of programs that you can look at, and that'll really help you for your future.
And what impact do you believe these programs will have for you to do them during the summer between each school year and when you finally submit your application and your resume to colleges?
Well, doing them in the summer is a nice thing because you have a nice time allotted to really nothing unless you make the use of the time, and a research program is a great way to do that. So doing it during the summers is a great way to keep your brain sharp and learn new things. And as you do it every summer, you'll learn new things, you'll gain new experiences, and you'll probably increase your chances of getting into that college that you want to go to.